Hi, this is Ali from Get Hooked on crochet classes. Again, I'd like to let you know that this is in UK crochet terminology, and today we're going to cover the double crochet stitch. So if you followed my last tutorial, you'll have made a foundation chain. In this case I have 11 chains, not including the loop that is on the hook. So I've made 11 chains. So remember to hold your wool correctly. Let me show you that again. So you put your wool over your little finger, up and under, tuck your index finger in, and you're now holding your wool correctly. So for double crochet, you put your hook into the second chain away. So not this one, you put it in the second chain. So you've now got 2 loops on your hook. Wool over, bring that through. Wool over again, and you bring it through 2 stitches. So you go into the next stitch along or chain along, and you're only picking up the top loop. So you put your wool over, bring that through, wool over, and take that through 2. Your next stitch along, so again the top loop only, wool over, bring that through, wool over, and take that through the 2 loops on your hook. So into the next stitch along, wool over, take that through, wool over, through 2. Into the next stitch along, wool over, bring that through to the front, wool over, bring that through the 2 loops on your hook. Into the next stitch along, wool over, bring it through, wool over, through 2 loops. Now, as I said in the previous video, your hook should only be facing either towards you or downwards. If your hook is facing upwards or outwards, you're never going to get that wool through. So it's facing towards me now. That's going through nicely. And now it's facing downwards to get through the 2 loops. And we've got the last stitch to work on here, which is the one right close to your knot. So hold there on your knot, bring that through, wool over, through 2. Now a lot of you have been telling me that you're having problems getting a nice straight edge when you're working in rows on a double crochet. So now to work the next row and to repeat those stitches over the top, you turn the work towards you. The reason you turn the work towards you is that you don't need to recorrect the way you hold the wool in your left hand. Let me just show you. If I turn the work away from me, then my wool would be in front of me. So I'd have to mess around, taking it to the back, and that's extra work. So, let me go back. There I was on my last stitch, turn the work towards me, and I'm ready to go. So I want to do 1 chain. Now the top tip that I would give you here is to put a stitch marker in that chain that you just made. So do not use a safety pin, do not use a safety pin, just use a stitch marker. Or you can use an old piece of wool in a contrasting colour. It will just remind you that that stitch needs to be worked into on the way back. So now we're going to work the second row. We've done our one chain, and the reason we do our one chain, which is called a turning chain, is to go up to the next row. It's like taking a step up. So if you can see here, we're not going to be working into the base of that chain that you've just made. We're going to be working into the next stitch along. And in this case, you're going to be picking both the front and the back loop up now, because you're not working on the foundation chain. So you're going to pick up the front and the back loop. So you put your hook through the front and back loops, wool over hook, pull it through, wool over hook, through two. And again, can you see, the hook is now going into the next stitch along, wool over, bring it through, wool over, through two. It's going into the next stitch along. Can you see the little hole that's there? And my hook is naturally finding that. So you repeat your double crochet all the way along. So into the next stitch, wool over, bring it through, wool over, bring it through two. Into the next stitch, wool over, bring it through, wool over, bring it through two. Into the next stitch, wool over, bring it through, wool over, bring it through two. Into the next stitch, wool over, bring it through, wool over, bring it through two. And now you do have one more stitch to work, which is that chain you made, or the chain you missed right at the very beginning. So there you go, work into that one, wool over, bring it through, wool over, bring it through two. Now again, you're going to turn the work towards you, make one chain, which is your turning chain, put a stitch marker into that one chain you've just made, which is your turning chain. Miss the base, hold that vertically above you and you can see the base of that stitch. So you miss that bit. You go into the next stitch along. So double crochet along, so into the stitch, wool over, bring it through, wool over, through two. I'm just going to go a little bit quickly now to get to the end to show you why that stitch marker is such a good idea. And here we are. Now, that stitch marker is reminding me that I have one more stitch to go. So, if it wasn't there, I'd probably think, well, that's it, I've finished, but I haven't. So that is the front loop there. And then if you almost turn your work upside down, that's the back, oh sorry, that's the back loop. Let me show you that again. So that is your front loop. And then if you turn your work upside down, can you see there? That's the back loop. So you've got your two loops. Wool over, bring it through, wool over, through two. And you've got very nice straight edges. Any questions, let me know in the comments and I will answer as many as I can. Until next week, see you then.